we should have specified the facility subcommittee of the board.
Any other questions?
Yeah, would you go back to that other slide that Lynn just posed? I just want to highlight what we just said, how important it is, because I am so happy that this was brought forward to us as a matter of information. And I think this is such a critical page. This is the money piece of that end game final picture. The construction piece is yet, we obviously want to get to the point where they're nicely married up. They're not yet. And I think your words were really very important, that this money generation will hopefully serve as a guide to the construction schedule. And I think that's just really important. If for some reason, we, the district, and everybody, we want to assume a more aggressive construction schedule to get this all wrapped up before this, then everybody's got to go back to the drawing board in terms of, well, what's that going to mean in terms of money generation and everything else. I just so appreciate that this plan was brought forward to us. This was brought forward to us on, for those of you who weren't here, on September 10th, at the bond training we had, right? It was page 22. And it's exactly what's on this, which I'm so glad that it's exactly the same, and it's not some different kind of schedule. But notice just a quick couple of things. The middle four lines, beginning with 14, 15, this is really just saying every other year right now we're planning to go get some money. That's what that says to me, every other year. And then, of course, this outlier zinger out there to 2045. Who knows how to make sense of that in a way, really, because that's just kind of out there. But this point about my understanding of the November 12th that you talked about, the action for the school board is that the facilities planning committee, or the facilities committee of the board, on September 9th then, endorsed just the 14-15 as actionable. Am I saying that right or not? Because my understanding is that the other years are just general guidelines, planning numbers. But what they're planning to act on November 12th is the issuance of the 14-15 line. Am I saying that wrong?
That's a very fair statement. That's 100% correct. The only decisions that are being made or presented, I should say, at this time, are based on the planned 2015 financings, or as it's represented in this table here, monies to be generated in the 14-15 fiscal year.
And the rest of it then is just, but this is the whole enchilada, except for that prickly Measure J, 77 million left. This is everything that's left, the 515 of that 740, because the other amount has already been issued.
I want to point out something maybe give you some hope, not a guarantee by any stretch, but this particular setup of schedule of issuance, if it turned out that the average assessed value growth through this time span was 5% instead of 4%, you would get you would not have that tail out in 2045. You'd have it all issued in the final amount, but now it shows 101 million. So
by going up to 5%, you could, under that scenario, issue everything by the 2020.
I would guess, I mean, I don't really have any knowledge of the future anymore than anyone else, sure. But my guess would be that 5% AV growth is perhaps optimistic, but it's optimism that's well within the realm of possibility, put it that way.
Yeah, thank you. And let's just all remember this as we talk about the end game again, that the desire to marry up, the construction planning with this money generation planning. And then, anyway, I really appreciate this information. Thank you.
I just have one final question. Historically, has this district utilized negotiated sales or competitive sales?
Both. As of recent time frame, going back to 2007, I want to say.
2009.
2009.
First negotiated sale.
Thank you, Dr. They've all been negotiated. But prior to that, there was instances of competitive sales.
The Moody's rating is A83. It's double A3, the Moody's rating subcommittee's website under their last meeting, under their presentation, so if you want to get either the